What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Distraction Garage. Where we left off last video, I got the rear subframe all down, the front suspension completely installed with the angle kit and the BCs. In the back here, I have the remaining pieces that I need to put the manual swap in the car, the manual transmission. I have the clutch, the flywheel, and oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I bought a set of headers. Because the bolts that hold in the stock header at the exhaust from the header or the exhaust manifold back, they snapped. Some of them stayed on there, so instead of pushing them out, pulling them out, bought some eBay headers. They should work perfectly fine. There is a little bit of modification that needs to be done. So at this moment, I'm going to head out to Hub City Performance and get the new clutch installed and then move into hopefully putting the transmission in today, and that would be great if we can get that done today, because then tomorrow I will start doing all of the reinforcement to the rear subframe and then putting the new subframe in, which I'm getting from TLCT Motorworks or Motorsports. I think it's TLTC Motorworks. My bad, John. So he was able to source me a full rear with everything, including a pre-welded diff, so that is going to be a perfect addition. I am going to still keep my other diff as a backup, so let's head over to Hub City Performance and get some work done. Alright guys, so I've been very terrible at recording. I've just been trying to get this car done. It is now Wednesday and I'm trying to get the car done before Thursday. Still haven't gotten the rear end yet. They're still pulling that out, but I did have Justin and Dustin help me put the transmission in. Got the shifter and everything in there. Everything else is good to go. Just need to put the slave cylinder in here. Couple other things. So I ended up putting the transmission in and then having to take the transmission out last night. So I did not record any of that. I was so pissed. So ultimately what ended up happening is I took the transmission out, had to drill out this top hole right here because on the manual transmission it wasn't big enough for the dowel pin that goes in there for the starter. So I got the starter in, transmission and everything else in. Now I'm going to put the slave cylinder in, and I think I'm going to be done with this for now, and then I'll start working on getting the rear portion of the car ready to put the reinforcement plates, because once I get that reinforcement plate done, we're good to go. I do have to do one more piece of wiring, and that's wiring up the reverse lights. I just need to get the clip that goes over the connector, and that would be good to go. So I got to wire that in. But as far as everything else, we're done. Transmission wise, we're good. Oh, and I also got a set of lollipops for the rears. I didn't know what these were called until later down the road. There they are. These are lollipops. Help me adjust, I believe it's toe, because this also allows me to adjust toe. So that's pretty cool. Got that from TLCT, John over there. So that was really cool. But as you guys can see, the whole rear end is out. It's right there. And most of it's gonna go to scrap except for that one opposite side axle, the passenger side axle, and the overall diff. So we should be good with that. I did have to cut the e-brake line. So the e-brake line's gone. I don't have an e-brake as of yet. I will buy new ones in the future, or I'll run the hydro setup at some point. But right now, putting the car in first as an e-brake also works. So let me finish tidying some of this stuff up, and then I'll start prepping for the rear end reinforcement. So let's do it.
I just wanna back, turn around, 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 I just wanna turn around, I just wanna turn around, I just wanna
So let's take a look at my first welds. Where did the light go? Alright, so we got the welds done. I don't know where I put the light. If you guys saw where I put the light, please let me know, because I don't see the light. Where is the light? There was a light right here. There's a light like right here. Where'd it go? Did I take it down? I don't know where I put it. But anywho, those are the welds. They're not the greatest, but they're kind of boogery. Some of these came out, like these came out pretty good. See if I can focus there. Those came out pretty good. Some of these came out okay. These were boogery because it's kind of hard to get. I should have got them from the top down or down up. But welds are done, at least these are. I think I gotta fill in these two holes here. But this is the first one. I have to do this one, and then these right here, and then these right there. So most likely gonna have to do some of this tomorrow, but we're getting there. So we'll be back tomorrow. All right, so quick update on everything that's going on. I didn't record a lot of the welding on the rear diff reinforcement. I didn't want the lens to get messed up, and the angles weren't that great, so I didn't want to get any welding spalls on this. But the welding down there is done. I'll show you guys here in a second what that looks like. But now I have to cut out in there and then weld inside to finish the reinforcement. And I will place the camera very far away and try to get some type of zoomed in there, because I don't want to get the camera really messed up. But it'd be something for you guys to watch and see how bad I do at welding. So let's do that. Alright, so I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to look, but they said weld a triangle and weld around it. This one didn't come out that great because, well, I couldn't get the triangle cut, but I still welded through a bunch of stuff in the metal. So now I have to put that plate on top, tack it, and weld that. So I'm going to go ahead and grind around it, and then shape it and weld it. So that's, I think we're good for now. Alright, so just to give you guys an idea of my welding, not the greatest. I did get some nice little welds, like this little circle right here came out really nice. Some of these little areas, this was my first set of welds. They were terrible. But these actually started coming out a little bit better. Justin gave me some tips on how to place my, I guess the little metal piece, the wire, and got a little bit better. Got some decent looking quarters, because they're definitely not dimes. While this is still hot, I think that's where I was welding, not just right now. But all that's done. I did have to take the tank down. That wasn't that much fun, which that's over there. I did finish the welding over in the other segment, in the inside of the trunk, that's all welded. Not the best welds, but it did the job. Sprayed it really quick, got that kind of cleaned up. I'm gonna spray down the underside of this, show you guys the after, and then at least all the reinforcement stuff is done. Not really confident on the upper portion of it because I couldn't get the first layer of metal to kind of come up on the opposite side. So I just, you know, did what I could with it. Still welded it. I think it's going to be a little bit stronger regardless because there's a bunch of welds on there, even though they're a little boogery, but it'll work and it'll get the job done. So I'm going to spray the underside of this, kind of weatherproof it a little bit, and I think we should be good to then put the tank back in. And I'm waiting on the whole rear end to be done. That way I can put that up. Unfortunately, I'm going to, well, not unfortunately, but tomorrow I'm off and I'm going to be driving to Jersey. Might hit up the LZ invitational thing that's going on, the world tour in New Jersey, and then I have a couple family events that I need to attend. So the car's going to be on hold until I get back on Sunday. So probably Monday I'll get back to work on the car, and hopefully I'll have the rear end kind of ready to put in. The gas tank will be pretty much straightforward to put in because it's just a matter of lifting it up and putting the straps in and then bolting up the remaining hoses and all those things, but pretty much straightforward. So let me spray this downside, the underside of this, and I think we're going to be done for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, share the video. Don't judge my welds. I'm trying as best as I can. And I do apologize for not being able to capture all of it. It's only been me recording, and it makes it very difficult to get work done, and especially with the amount of time that I have. I am borrowing Hub City for one of Hub City Performance Bays, so you know I don't want to take them up on their work and stuff like that. It's already been about 2 weeks. This is week number 2 of working on the car, and it's been on and off with my day job and everything else. So once again, like, comment, subscribe, share it if you like this content. You know, share it with your friends, and more content to come on the E46 drift car, budget drift car, which is gone a little bit higher than I thought, but we need to get it done. I'd rather get it done right. So see you guys very soon, and thank you guys for watching. I'm out.